I am currently in my 5th year of making book videos. This has been 5 years of chronicling my experiences with books, my relationships with books. And that's been in one facet, the relationships I've had with specific stories, with specific texts. But in another way, interestingly, it's been my relationship with the physical object of a book. Behind me, you can see a massive pile of books. Those are books that I am going to be getting rid of. And it feels terrifying to tell you guys that, because I know how much we all in the booktube and just generally in the book world love books, and we want to hold on to them, and we don't want to just get rid of a lot of books. Before I joined booktube, my kind of relationship with buying books was very different because I didn't know about how many books I wanted to read. That meant that the rate at which I bought books or got books was very equal to the rate at which I read them. I would kind of buy a few books, I'd read them, and then maybe go buy a few more. When I joined booktube, however, my world exploded. I suddenly knew about so many new books that I wanted to have, I wanted to read them. But what happened was that that equal balance shifted, man. I went from like reading my normal pace, but buying a lot more books. For a long time, I was really okay with that because I just loved collecting books. I figured, you know what, I'll read it someday, it's really fine. And it didn't bother me, but I've really changed that a lot. Seeing a lot of unread books on my shelves kind of feels burdening. It feels a bit stressful. And what I think is the most interesting thing is I feel that your to be read pile, if it's a written list or a physical pile, that to be read list really represents what you're interested in that moment. What kinds of things are you intrigued about? What kinds of literature do you want to explore more? And the thing is, this pile doesn't represent me anymore. It doesn't represent the things that I'm currently excited about. It is an old version of me. And I think that that is such an interesting thing. Well, not all of them actually, but maybe like 95% of these books are young adult. For the majority of my time on booktube, I have read, reviewed, talked about young adult literature because that is what I was in, that's what I was loving, that's what I was enjoying. But that's changed. I still love young adult literature, and I will continue to read it because there are always gems. There are authors I love, and I will read anything they publish. But the truth of the matter is, I'm also enjoying other things. And this pile is mainly young adult books that I've lost interest in. So all of this, what do we take from it? I want to change the way in which I collect books. I don't want it to be such a kind of fever. I want the books that I have that sit on my shelves unread to better represent what I'm excited about. And what I really want to kind of emphasize is that I don't see this as a pile of regret. I think maybe some people might watch this video and think, oh my god, she must be regretting this so hardcore, she could have saved so much money. You know what, people are thinking about the money, we're all thinking about it, I said it. And that's actually not true. Even now, just looking at these books, each one still makes me happy because it represents a desire that I had at one time. I made this video to really just reflect on how our relationships with books as a physical thing can change and fluctuate, and also to just kind of encourage everybody to embrace that relationship that you have with books. If what you love is to collect books, then amazing, collect them. Go to all of the sales and everywhere and get them all, that's awesome. If, however, what you want is to get rid of books, that's okay too. Don't feel so chained to them. Don't feel, and I'm gonna link a video down below that I'd love you to watch, don't feel that you need to own a lot of books to be a bookish person, because that's just not true. The video's by my friend Candice. She talks about this very thing. It's excellent. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this whole conversation and topic down in the comments. Let me know how you feel about book collecting, how you feel about to be read piles, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! The Book Purge!